Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I'm going to show you the team that I used to beat the Fire Knight on stage 20. So, for those of you that have been following along, I actually managed to do my Arbiter world record to get Arbiter in 27 days, and as part of the missions, I had to beat stage 20 of the Fire Knight on auto. If you're watching this later in the future, well, this video is still going to be helpful because the team that I'm using for stage 20 uses only free to obtain champions. You heard that right. As long as, you start with some codes to get these specific champs, you can, pretty easily do this this dungeon. So first of all, the reason I'm doing this today, and I started with this and now with Dragon and Golem, is because, well, we have the Fire Knights tournament going on for the Titus event, so I said what better time to do it. But let's jump straight into it. Let's look. We're going to be looking at the team, the presets, and the builds that were required for doing this. You see the time is pretty good. Obviously on mobile this might go to like 2 minutes 33 minutes, but it's a pretty easy team to build, and I kind of have like, one secret weapon that I think lots of people keep forgetting about him, at least in the early mid game, right? So I hope you're gonna enjoy this secret weapon. So the team that I'm actually using is this one over here, Deacon Armstrong, that was for free as part of the link, Tagwar for free part of the link, then Tholen, which was the Demon Slayer promo code, right? This just gave me Tholen. And then we have Armiger, our trusty uncommon, but then my secret weapon, Stater, right? You might have heard this name a lot in the past. You might have heard people talking about it, and you might still not want to build him. Well, you should really build a Satyr. You don't necessarily need to build him to level, to 6-star, to level 60. At 5-star, level 50, he would do the job just fine as long as you can hit the stats that you need. But the reason why he's so good for this, and specifically for the boss part, is because on his A1 he has a, what's that, 30, 40, he has a 45% chance to land a decreased speed. It's the small version, but still, it's a chance to make the boss slower. And then this is the crazy part about him. He attacks 4 times at random, decreases the turn meter by 15% if this attack is critical. Now the way that this one works is every crit decreases the turn meter by 15%. So if all of these go while the shield is down, he decreases the turn meter by 60%. So let's just do the run so you can see exactly how it works. But it's kind of, the only few things I guess that are kind of required, or there's just a few things that you need. Hit the speeds, hit the accuracy, and then the rotation of the people to do the things at the right time, and also the fact of the presets. Again, I'm going to show you the presets at the end of this, but presets are really important so that your turn meter control skills actually land at the right time. Now you saw that the first wave was pretty easy. Second wave is going to be just about the same, as long as my Deacon just comes back, does that decreased defense. Tholen is just going to be destroying it. Now honestly, Tagwar doesn't bring that much for this fight. He does bring, I guess, that increased speed, but you don't really need it. Honestly, if you, instead of Tagwar, if you ever built Apothecary, Apothecary is going to be 10 times better. Specifically for this fight, because, well, Apothecary, apart from the increased speed that Tagwar also brings, he also boosts the turn meter, and Apothecary would have a triple hit that will help take the shield down. But you saw double hit over there, double hit over here, double hit from Tholen, one hit, actually get an extra turn. Okay, so it's Armiger's going crazy, but you see, and then watch this, Satyr does it, boom, shield's down. And then as soon as the shield's down, even without the extra hits from Armiger, the shield would have still gone down, and the next thing that would have happened was going to be Deacon's turn meter, right? See, I'm getting extra turns, there's the decreased speed. So as you can tell, the builds that I have on Armiger and Satyr are in Relentless, because why not? That's what can help, especially for somebody like an Armiger, where in the same build, in the same Relentless build, he can be helpful for Spider, right? Gets extra turns, does that extra damage. Now you see that the way that I'm doing it, just to be safe, is I'm having Armiger not use his second skill after opening with it on the shield, because I want him to keep pushing back the turn meter just to be safe again, right? I want to be safe. I want to make sure that the boss does not actually get a turn, and this is as reliable as possible. And as you can see, I'm slowly killing it. It's like 2 minutes 30, right? On PC at least. On mobile might go up to 3 minutes, but considering the fact that I'm only using free to obtain heroes, right? Free to obtain champs, plus 2 uncommons in here that, again, pretty much everybody can do. It's, it's as easy as can get. Obviously, if you pull something better, right? If you pull Ruella, if you pull Allure, if you pull Cold Heart, then you're not necessarily gonna need Satyr. But if you're trying to build a team and you just don't have the right champs for this, there it is. 2 minute 28, job done. The bulk of the damage obviously done by Tholen from the AoEs, but everything else is pretty balanced. Now let's look at the presets. So wave 1, Deacon does whatever, wave 2, Deacon does whatever. But then when we go to wave 3, Deacon's gonna open with the first skill. The reason for this is you want that double hit into the shield. This one's only a single hit. He does not have smart enough AI to not use his turn meter control or this one. The shield is up, so it actually just works better because he's my fastest. He's gonna do the double hit in the shield and it's gonna help take the shield faster. Then if we look at Tholen, don't use the second skill on the first wave, don't use the second skill on the second wave, just open with this one on the boss part. The reason is, this one's a guaranteed double hit, right? You want the AoE hits of the A3 and A1 on the waves, but then this one, it's a double hit, it's guaranteed to again do another 2 ticks in the Fire Knight shield, which is gonna take it down slowly. So 2 from Deacon, 2 from Tholen, that's 4. Then Taguar is gonna be 6, right? Because he has double hit on the A1. When it comes to Taguar, he YOLOs on the waves and then just opens again with the first skill on the boss part, because again, this is a double hitter and that's pretty much 6 ticks. Then we have Armiger that's next, does whatever on the first wave. Second wave I just locked the A2, the lay to rest, and then on the boss part open with that and didn't use it. Now the reason why I did this specifically like that is taking in consideration that no relentless procs happen. Now if that's the case, then by him opening with this one, when he gets another turn, right, when the shield is down, he does the turn meter decrease but also the evil eye mastery, right? So he does a massive chunk of turn meter from the boss. That's why I chose to go that way. Then Satyr opens with the A2 on the first wave. Second wave, don't use it. You really want this second, you know, this second skill to be available on the boss part. And then when we're on the boss part, obviously just prioritize, keep spamming this 4 hitter, keep spamming the turn meter decrease, and it's just gonna be a thing of beauty. Now you see the speeds, like I said, fastest is Deacon, then second fastest is Taguar, third one Tholen, then Armiger, and then the slowest you see even 152 in Satyr. So you're gonna see that the builds and stats are not insane either. So my Tholen is running a Fatal, a Feral, and a Perception. So just mishmash pieces of gear just to get into some good stats. 5k attack. Like I said, the speed, 100% crit rate, 202 crit damage, and the reason he has some accuracy is because of the Brimstone, right? For other content, that Brimstone helped to do extra damage for bosses, especially for stuff like the Demon Lord. Now, when it comes to the Awakening, I do have him Awakened 3, right? It's not mandatory. If you have no Awakenings, that's fine. Just any damage dealer, right? Whoever's your best damage dealer for the waves, that's what you're gonna use. And that's, you know, I personally use Tholen for that, and I do have a Unholy Grail on him to give him a bit more attack and HP. Masteries for Tholen, as you can see, with War Master, pretty standard PvE masteries. Deacon, pretty similar masteries, again with War Master as tier 6. He has level 1 Awakening only, and I went with Phantom Touch because, you know what, it's another chance to do more damage and then to do another tick into the boss's shield. If you did not know, this Phantom Touch counts as an extra hit on the boss's shield. So if you have Awakenings on people and you don't still need Cruelties or other good ones, just go with Phantom Touch for the sake of this fight, as you know what, it's gonna bring more damage like I mentioned, but extra tick in the shield means you take the shield faster and then you can do damage to it faster. Then I have Journal of Necrotos. This one helps because obviously boosts turn meter. And then his build is just speed, Feral, Perception, you know, everything to get in fast and have high accuracy. Nothing else really matters. Next one in the team is going to be Tug of War, just Righteous Divine. Like pretty much I only cared about having him fast and then with high HP, right? Because it's the build for him, as he brings healing based off of his max HP, shields based off of his max HP, but don't really matter on this fight. Have a random relic on him, no Awakenings, and then again War Master tier 6. Then we have Armiger, War Master tier 6, Evil Eye really important because you're gonna give him accuracy, no Awakenings, so obviously you cannot awaken uncommons. Random piece of relic again just to give him some more HP, and then he's running Relentless plus speed. And then I also have a random Revenge Ring. Now the thing is, for Armiger and Satyr, you want them to have 100% crit rate and you want them to have 200 or more accuracy, and then you know what, focus any other stat that you want. Obviously if you get more speed, they're gonna go more often, but 168 works because we have the speed lead of Deacon and then the turn meter, and that's just good. And then if you look at Satyr, again just Relentless and Mishmash afterwards, 98% crit rate. I prefer to have this 100%, but it works for now. Really slow, as you can see. I would prefer to have him a bit faster. Just make sure he's still slower than Armiger, and then over 200 accuracy. Again, random piece of a relic, no Awakenings because it's not possible, and then no masteries on him either, right? So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's like, I'm not sure if you can get any simpler than this to do stage 20. It's pretty fast, it's reliable, and you know what, that kind of gets you to easily farm Fire Knight on stage 20, so you can get those stun sets, Savage, Regen, all the good sets that are available. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye guys.